It's Saturday night in the borough of Greater Manchester. Using hidden cameras, we're investigating if pubs and bars are following COVID-19 guidance and collecting customer details for contact tracing.
I'm going to go outside, I think.
Remember, this is an area where COVID-19 cases have gone up and new lockdown restrictions have been put in.
I think just a Diet Coke, please.
In the first venue we visited, we weren't asked for our details. So we asked when leaving.
Do I need to leave a number or anything? Don't worry.
You can if you want to.
You can if I want to.
Well, you're only here 5 minutes. Normally I say 15 minutes or more, leave your number.
Fine, but otherwise...
This isn't what the guidance says.
All right, cheers, thanks ever so much.
But we headed to the next venue.
Step back. It's very difficult to keep apart from people, isn't it?
It is, but I'm not the only publican, you know what I mean?
Again, we weren't asked for our details and saw no other customer being asked for theirs.
I've had it with license in and the police and everything. And then they say, well, put some squares down and put them in the box and that. I said, all I'm going to get is the same. People are going to put their own names and numbers in.
We tried again as we left.
Do I need to sign the book?
No, it's okay.
You sure it's okay?
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do with the best, so...
Well, neither do we.
In fact, out of the 10 venues we visited, only one proactively asked us for details.
Do you feel one of these? Just.
Ironically, it was the one where social distancing was hardest.
The more the drink, the less the distance.
You don't feel worried about being close?
If it wants to get you, it'll get you. If it doesn't, it'll pass you by.
It was so busy here, we didn't feel safe and quickly left. We shared that and our footage with the Mayor of Greater Manchester.
It's a situation that we can't just sort of turn a blind eye to. We won't turn a blind eye to it. We're grateful to you for bringing this footage to us, and I think it's more than a Greater Manchester problem. I think this is the position all around the country. What is the industry going to do? The industry's made a lot of calls on government and on policymakers in recent times. They have got to get their own houses in order.
The British Beer and Pub Association told us in their opinion the majority of venues are complying. But local authority leaders say that our report raises serious questions about enforcing these guidelines, because they are just that, they're guidelines, they're not mandatory and they're not enforceable by law. Scotland is changing that this weekend. Council leaders in England want Westminster to do the same.
Give us the powers necessary to go in and close or take action against those businesses who aren't following the guidance, because ultimately this is about trying to prevent a second wave.
And yet the council probably have greater powers to shut down a premises if there's an infestation of rats versus if a premises isn't following COVID-19 guidelines.
I think that's exactly the point.
The government has said contact tracing will help life get safely back to normal.
If you want to fill it in, do it, but I'm not going to force you.
For it to work properly, authorities say this has to stop. Katerina Fotozzi, Sky News, Greater Manchester.